Hi, my name is Dr. Kimberly L. Jefferson, and I am an alignment coach. I first began working with Ola probably about maybe a year ago. I know she did her first workshop, and I said, you know what, let me get on this email list because I've been following her on her pages. I actually met her at a conference one time, and I knew when I first met her, I was like, I am going to be working with her pretty much, to be honest about it. But yeah, I was like a lot of other people where I followed her for a while because, I wasn't in the right place where I was ready to invest, but definitely my first interaction with Ola in her workshop, I was like, wow, she's really approaching the talk about productivity in a way that I haven't heard it before. So for me, I like the balance of working with strategy, but also understanding who you are as a person, also understanding, your own energy management and how you can do things. I feel like pretty much there are, you know, endless tasks that we have on our to do list. But when I was working with Ola, even just through the workshop, I was understanding that, I don't have to do everything on my list. It's not a priority for me to do those things and to look at it in a different way. So that was very helpful for me to decide, how I wanted to move forward with Ola. So I was in a place of, man, let me keep following her. And I did. So when I was ready to make that investment in myself, I saw that she offered a full accelerator course to work with her for about 3 months. And as someone who is kind of like a newbie in the online business space, I knew I needed more training, or I needed to be in an environment where I could work with somebody. And so Ola set us up for success from the very beginning. She gave us the strategy. We did our outlines, we filled them in, and we also graduated through the program. I was so fortunate to go through this program with other like minded ladies. So she is great at creating community as well. The people who are attracted to her programs are like minded people, and we all had such a great time together. It was so encouraging as well. I would say her teaching method is one of, I'm going to give you space to do what you need to do, but I'm also going to tell you what I expect you to do. Like I said earlier, she's going to lay it all out for you. There will be no questions about how to move forward. And what I love about her is the fact that she follows her own principles. So it's not just something she got from somewhere else. She lives it. She does this full time for her work. So I know she's highly experienced in it, and she has a high level of expertise in these things as well. I love the fact that I could come into the space and I could share what was going on with me, and she would give me feedback as well. I never felt like I was behind, and I never felt like I had any questions left unanswered. I got the personal attention that I need, which is why I was so grateful for her bringing forth the accelerator program. Now, afterwards, I knew I would need some continual help. So I am now in a space where I'm working with her monthly in the incubator. And I really desired a space where I could walk out my next 90 days, where I could walk out my next 6 months, whichever length of time that I needed to actually put those habits in place. So the fact that she offered an incubator went above and beyond what she originally created. And I felt like the successes and the wins just never stopped. So through that program, in the accelerator, I was able to pivot. My initial plan was to create an exit plan so I could go into my business full time. I was in a space where I had to practice what I was preaching as an alignment coach. I was in a position in my 9 to thrive, as I call it. My 9 to 5 is my 9 to thrive. I was in a position where I needed to make a decision. And so my goal pivoted, and I was celebrated for that. And I was like, we're celebrating the fact that I'm about to be without a job. I was like, no, you recognize that you needed to be in a better position so you can carry forward with your plan. And once I thought about that, I was like, man, that really is awesome. But we laid out a roadmap to those things, and also at the same time, I was able to push forward on some other projects that I have been procrastinating on for years. But I was finally clear. I finally understood what I wanted, how to move ahead, and how to stay on track with those things. I am a great person that has plenty of ideas, but as far as implementing those ideas and, staying away from shiny object syndrome, I struggled in that. And to carry something through was quite difficult for me. But working with Ola, I have learned to trust the process. I've learned to trust myself. I've learned to open myself up to not being in hustle nation, to be out of hustle mode so I can flow, so I can fully go along with what is authentic for me. So I really appreciate everything that I've experienced with her. And I would tell anybody, if you're having any questions or any concerns about anything, she is more than available to answer your questions about things. And she is very clear in what you're going to get in whatever encounter you have with her. So I enjoyed it, and I encourage other ladies to join in with it as well.